Hi guys, I am live on the ARCHIELUXURY live streaming channel. How are you today? How are you today? Guys, I'm back in the saddle and I've had a couple of days off. Yes, I did. I kind of, sometimes in life I've been doing the special shows. But now I'm just a little bit burnt out, and I gotta tell you, seriously, I would like to, I'm gonna get back in the saddle here. So I'm here, guys. I'm here for you. I really do appreciate your efforts there. So thank you for. And I want to say, if there's any veterans out there watching this here, we thank you for your service. I was talking to a lady last week whose husband died. Well, he went to Vietnam and he died from causes. And I got to tell you, a lot of our veterans go unappreciated. So, you've got to realize that people have always made the ultimate sacrifice for their country. And we've had we have had many wars, conflicts we've been involved with to keep the peace, and we've got to remember. Now guys, getting back to the topic for today is Jaeger-LeCoultres. Now, on my main channel, ARCHIELUXURY, and the Paul Pluta channel, I did an unboxing of a Jaeger-LeCoultre Grand Reverso Sun Moon. Absolutely beautiful watch. Absolutely beautiful. And I got to tell you, man, I adore that watch. Good friend of mine, it belongs to a good friend. He's, okay, he wants to buy a Rolex Submariner, and I said, come on, man. But he said, look, it's just, the Reverso is a little bit less practical. It is, it's just how it is there. The Reverso is an amazing watch. NV Scotsman, thank you, sir. You seen the shoes Thorpe wears? Gauge. I thought he was a watch guy. I didn't know he was a shoe guy. No, never heard of them. Are they good? Are they cool? I don't know. I'm asking you. You guys are the experts. So let's get this. Let's get the show under road. Let's get the live streaming now. Let's get some here. So I gotta tell you, man. I really do want to this YouTube thing is really, it's difficult times. I do rely on these super chats. I do rely on these super chats to keep me in the saddle. So guys, don't ever forget that. I love yous all, but I need the money. The dirty, nasty lucre. We've all got to pay bills. I got to feed children and buy Patek Philippe's. Yeah. So guys, I do understand. Okay, now he goes, NV Scotsman, $3. Arch, tell the story of 10,000 US dollars. Tell the story. Here we go, we got Showcase on here. Hello, Showcase. Let me just plug my mic in here, Showcase. Just 1 minute there. Otherwise, we'll have some nasty, vicious feedback. Here we go. Da-da-da-da. Hello, Showcase.
Hey, Arch, how you doing?
Hey, I'm fantastic. Couple of days off. I just wanted to reinvigorate myself. Um, I don't know if you saw the Archie Luxury channel. I
I
just
did.
did
I
an
did.
unboxing of a Jaeger-LeCoultre Grand Reverso Sun Moon. What did you think of the watch?
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful watch. Are you tempted it
And
for
I
yourself?
got to tell you, man, look, I got to tell you the truth, okay? No lies, because I'll be honest with you. I've just in negotiations with my six Patek, okay?
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to buy my six Juicy Pluto, $1. Thank you, Juicy. What I want to do is I want to buy my six pad. I'll tell you the plan, okay? This Patek, okay, there's no secret. I'm buying this one for a flip. I'm buying it for a flip. Maybe
Yeah,
a
yeah.
long flip, not a quick flip, but I want to flip it. It's that Calatrava I was advertising. You know, the one I was selling the five. It's identical to the one I've got, except it's got a slight. Anyhow, what I'm gonna do is I want to buy. I put down a deposit, hefty deposit yesterday, and I'm gonna sell it. I've got papers from the archive, extract from the archive coming. As soon as I'm gonna start promoting it once this COVID gets better. I want to sell it for about 26,000 Aussie. Once I sell it, I want to buy a very, very nice Mazda Miata MX-5.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I
makes
can't
sense.
do the Porsche thing. I'm not a Porsche person. I'm not cool. I'm not. I'm not a big enough prick. I'm not a big enough prick.
You're missing
I
super.
really wanted the Porsche, but I'm not a big enough prick. I went to the dealer, and he said, "Get out! You're too." He said, "You're too nice. Get out of here, fat boy." That's what he said to me. The Porsche dealer.
Super chat. Envy
Super chat.
Scotsman.
NV Scotsman. He's a great guy. $3. Oh, what the? Yes, thank you. And we got Chip Wong, $2. Invite Creepy Craig and Don Hay. Look, honestly, Craig, I don't have a problem with Craig, but he's ratings poison. Okay, his ratings poison. I love Donny Haynes. Donny Haynes is welcome on anytime he wants. John Reedy, €5. Go for an A long A next. You know you want to. I want to get a car. I want a Mazda Miata. I already got 6 identical Pateks. By the way, I'm wearing the 6006 today, and I've got my Reverso for fondling next to my desk here. You know, you like to fondle. Do you like fondling
I
watches?
do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got the 116610 LN on today. The
Beautiful,
Submariner.
beautiful. And you know what? That's the watch he wants to buy. The guy who's selling the Reverso Sun Moon, he wants to buy that. What's on your wrist? That's what he wants. And I said, man, the Reverso is so beautiful. I don't know if you know much about Reversos, but that particular Sun Moon, there's two versions. There's one that's got a 48-hour power reserve, and then there's an 8-day power reserve one. He's got the 8-day power reserve.
Jeez.
Jaeger-LeCoultre, what they did is they were losing money on every one of these, so they scaled it down a bit to cut the costs. Because it's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a double barrel. You know what I mean? That is complicated
It
watchmaking.
looks. It looks.
It's
It
like
looks beautiful.
A Jaguar E-Type with the two fuel tanks. You know, you had the
Mm.
fuel tanks. Sorry, sorry for interrupting you. Go on.
Oh no, no, sorry, no. I was just saying before when I saw the video when you got the magnifying, you could see it's absolutely beautiful on the case back, absolutely stunning. I love the way you can reverse it round, and it's stunning, absolutely
Mm.
stunning. You got a super chat, NV Scotsman again.
He's a very good guy, NV Scotsman. NV Scotsman, $3. Showcase where you get Pepsi and what you pay. Good question. You tell us, Showcase. Where did you get
Yep.
this from?
So the Pepsi, it came from the watch stop. So Alan, I know Alan. He's a good guy, and yeah, he sells over here in the UK. He buys and sells quite a few Rolex, and yeah. So it was the 16750, and I got this one for 10. Obviously, my previous one, the 16750, is the one that I got from Goldsmiths. I flipped it, made money, put it into another 16750.
Very well done. Do you think it's wrong to have flipped it? A lot of dealers are saying that's really nasty. They would be really disappointed with you. They would say it's morally bankrupt to have done that. What's your view, Showcase?
No, everyone's in life to make a few quid, and it's the same as you flipping the.
I do anything for an earner. I do anything for an earner. We all need to have an earner, don't we? I mean, let's be honest.
These watches are expensive, and we need to do something to earn the money to put them on our wrists.
Do you think they're liquid currency? Do you see watches as liquid currency, or you don't see that?
I mean, Rolex, Patek, and brands like that, definitely. I mean, you struggle a bit more with you'll struggle with Tudor and Omega and things, but certainly if you're into Rolex, it's every day of the week. You know, if you needed the money tomorrow, you can always liquidate you can always liquidate a Rolex watch pretty much instantly.
It has been a little bit hard with COVID. I tell you, in Australia, we had some just let's have a look here. So you've answered that one there. We've got another super chat from Dragon Levereski. How would you pronounce that? Dragon, that must be a Serbian or a Croatian. I'm not. Oh, gee, I'm just started a race war already. European. Let's just say Eastern European friend, because I'm Ukrainian stock. €7. Please do more videos of you devouring pizza. I can't get enough of those. Long-time fan here. You've taught me so much about watches. I gotta tell you, man, a man cannot just keep eating. He has to actually eventually stop the feast. Okay, it's not. Look, I'm approaching my 50s, and if I don't do something about my weight, I will be a candidate for diabetes. You know, diabetes, it's not your friend. Diabetes is not your friend. It's like taxes and the VAT man. He's not your friend. He may be, hello, Mr. Showcase. He ain't your friend, okay?
I think it's worth remembering, Dragon.
Your friend. He never.
I think it's worth remembering, Dragon, that if Archie does any more devouring pizza videos, he won't be around to teach you any more about watches for very long.
Exactly.
You've got more super chats.
More
Peter
super
Richard.
Chats. We like the super chats. Peter Richard, €5. Which Milgauss would you sell? The white one or the green black one if you had both? Definitely. I got to be honest with you. Look, as much as I say I'm an individual, I actually do follow everyone follows the herd. I reckon myself the green black is pretty common there. I would keep the white. Okay, you got two ways of going. If you want to be cool and impress people, sell the white one. The white one's soft. But I reckon the white one has got potential to come back. Okay, I reckon the white one will be devoured in years to come because the Polar Explorer 2 is loved now. And what's going to happen is that sort of piece, the white ones aren't made anymore. You can't get them anymore. So I seriously would say to you, hashtag white privilege. I would say you get more money. You're going to get a lot more money for the green black. Sell it and keep the white, because the white will be a bit of a sleeper, and then it'll become. Everyone will say, "Oh, the white one was so fantastic. Why didn't anyone buy one?" Okay?
If you look back over Rolex history is riddled with the underdogs that come. I mean, look at the No Date Submariner. The No Date Submariner was classified as the cheap man Submariner once upon a time. Whereas now, everybody wants a No Date Submariner.
Well, actually, the Milgauss, you know, the original Milgauss, it's a reference number 1019. That is the plastic Milgauss. Now, there was actually a previous Milgauss to that, but the most sought after, like, you know how you got a 1016? There's a 1019 in Milgausses. And nobody wanted them. There was also a Milgauss, which was a sub-Milgauss. They are worth 100,000. I don't even want to know what the price is, because they I had a friend who had one. He bought it cheap because it was missing the bezel. Can you believe this?
No.
And don't worry about it. He used to collect money for the mafia. It was a karma thing. That's why he was a bit of a a couple stories, interesting stories he could tell. But interesting guy.
Super chat. Envy Scotsman.
Super chat. Super. We love these super chats. They are coming fast and furious there. Envy Scotsman, for $3. Arch, why haven't we seen Daryl the plumber lately? Because he doesn't do good work. He charges too much. He wants cash, and I've just been I've been putting off some plumbing jobs for a while. Okay. I haven't been. You know, these tradesmen, they're hard to get in. You know that? You can never. Well, actually, with COVID, maybe I can get him in, okay?
Super chat. Andrew Sues.
Andrew, we're coming from the Seuss studio. Seuss studio. Here we go. $5. I considered a Seiko cocktail, but it was too crudely made, so I bought a Glashutte 60s. Magnificent. I got to tell you, I know I've criticized Glashutte a lot, okay? But as a, you know, I got to tell you, Glashutte, that name is the area where watches Lange's made. That's kind of the region, okay? That's where that name comes from. I've been a bit nasty on Glashutte because I can't like everything. You know, I like to be, you know, I like to, but it's actually quite a beautiful watch. You know, Vin Tinier, he's got one. He loves it. You know this?
Can you just bring a picture of that up? Because I'm not familiar with those.
What's that? Sorry.
The Glashutte 60s. I'm not. Oh, so you've got another.
I'll get it. Just let's get this.
I know the Seiko cocktail, but the
one. Let's just call this up here. So just getting the screen share. Sorry. Yeah, this is a good idea actually. Get the. So there's a number. Okay, the one Vintinier's got. Vintinier has got the. He's got the Senator, I think. The Senator. Okay. So these are very, very sort of. They're a. Come on. Why is my. Okay. Oh, it's not coming up properly. Look, these are very, very.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah. So,
is it an independent brand or is it a part of a bigger group?
No. Okay. Here's the Glashutte 60s. Okay. So what it does is the one 1950s, 1960s watch design. They've brought out this version here, which is the Glashutte original 60s. And they've kind of look. You can get it in the green. Look at that kind of that special that pattern. It's not a guilloche. It's a different. It's 1960s. It's funky as sin. You know. It's just.
Something very 60s, 70s about it, definitely.
Yeah, I reckon 60s, late 60s, probably not 70s. 70s went really, you know, Gerald Gentry type that. Integrated bracelet sort of came in. Envy Scotsman, $3. Get the plumbing done. No feeling. What the? Yeah, I do. I should get the plumbing. Look, I've had a few personal issues there. Here we go. Dragon Levaveski, €8. What? Okay, €8. What made Rolex 1016 so sought after, and what do you reckon something similar will happen to the 14270 since it was in production for only 10 years? Okay, so the 1016, it's the classic. Let's bring a picture of that up, okay? Because some people may not know exactly what I'm talking about. That was actually my first Rolex. I bought one when I was 18, and that's exactly what mine looks like there. Now, what made it so? Okay, so basically, it was famous because it's the watch attributed as a tribute to the Everest expedition, Sir Edmund Hillary's expedition. Now, what made it famous was in Japan there was a famous movie star who started to wear a 1016, and it became a super collectible. It's from the Japanese market. I don't even know his name because I'm not. That into celebrity gossip and that. And he wore it. It became very, very chic, very, very cool, and it exploded. Will something similar happen to the 14270? I got to be honest with you, it's never going to have that cachet that the 1016 has. But the 14270 is a much better watch to live with, Sapphire. The early ones, the early 14270s have a slightly different, the way the numerals are done, right? They are actually worth a fortune as well. So early 142, they only did it for 1 year. The 14270, it's how the numerals were coloured. They are very, very valuable. But I think the 14270 is a perfect watch. 36 mils could be a little bit small. I'm a bit on the beefy side. If you're on the beefy side, I think you want the 39. If you are a skinny little cat, the 36 mil could be ideal. Tommy D, $10. Sing in tune, Goldfinger. Mr. Pluto, he's the man with the Midas horns and Cliver's pawn. There we go. That's okay for early morning. I gotta tell you, man. I've actually.
Nobody's bought you a drink yet. Nobody's bought Archie a drink.
No, that's okay. I'm actually trying to get off the drink, the juice. The juice is actually. I actually have nothing left. I've got a bit of Glenfarclas 30 left, but I don't want to drink that because.
That's what you've been doing for your days off.
I want to share that with my good friends. You know, some fans and friends who've supported me. I don't want to just because that's a very expensive drop. I got nothing else, man. If you want to organize some scotch for me, anything will do. ARCHIELUXURY, I go through Dan Murphy's. All you need to do is you go onto danmurphys.com.au. You just put it under my name, Paul Pluto. Email me at archieluxury72@gmail.com. I'll give you my cell phone number. Then I can do a click and collect. I can pick it up. I'll pick it up. You choose whatever you want, and I'll drink it on the show.
Have those cufflinks arrived yet?
Oh, yes, they turned up yesterday. They are, I love the beautiful blue one. I'm actually wearing another set today because I was just rushing for the show. I like that sexy 60s pinup girl one.
Yeah, they're nice.
Don't you? So cool.
Yeah.
They are absolute. Thank you so much, Showcase. They are beautiful.
You're welcome.
Carl Dean Pearson, £5. Hi Arch, I'm from the UK. I've been enjoying your videos for some time. I recently just purchased my first real watch, a Oysterdate Precision 1963. Good on you. You know, I got to tell you, one of the best bang per bucks watches, you know, in the 1980s, every man in Hong Kong and Singapore wanted a Rolex. Asia, Singapore and Hong Kong were starting to ride the tiger, the Asian economic tiger. The most popular Rolex was the 6694. It's an Oysterdate. Rolex Oysterdate. It was manual wind. Reference 6694. They made it until the late 80s. They're kind of a bit small. They were 34 mil with a 19 mil strap. But let's call one up. Actually, that's a better idea. Let's bring one of these up. So Rolex 6694. I think they're an amazing bang per buck watch. They're an ideal ladies watch now. There you go. Look at this. That's the 6694. Absolutely beautiful.
Is this the one that they did? They did it with like a salmon dial as well.
Oh, they've had heaps. No, they've had heaps of dials. They used to have gold dial and hands on a steel watch. I don't know if you know that. People thought, oh, someone's mucked around with it. No, that's what they actually did in those days. So, just be aware of that. Just be because I with and obviously you don't make a bet unless you know you're right. What I will have, let me just say this to you there to spark off the day. I'm just going to have a little bit of a soda water because I'm a bit thirsty. I'm going to have a little bit of that chocolate.
I've been on the dark chocolate today, actually.
See,
I like dark chocolate.
You're allowed to have chocolate. You're allowed to have candy or an ice cream. You just got to eat it in moderation. You know, this is the problem. I would eat the whole block, and I'd have a second block because it was so damn good. This is my favorite orange intense Lindt chocolate. I'm just going to have a piece because you can have a piece. See, it's when you finish the whole pack that the problem starts in there. I got the weight loss is working. I'm coming down a bit, but I don't want to focus on that because that's all you need is one square. That's all you want. One square. The dark chocolate's really bitter, so you don't crave to eat the whole thing. It's the sugar. It's delicious. That's all you need, you know.
I think so. Some of our. I think is it the 4th of July yet in America? Are they ahead or behind us?
They're behind. That's the 3rd over there because it's Friday night over there.
Oh, super chat.
$3. Meth. Rolex Oyster Perpetual 39 white. My only watch, all I need. 100%. That's a no date. Oyster Perpetual 39 mil, decent size, white dial. It's got the most amazing indices. Clive has wanted it just for the indices.
I think Clive might be. I think from the sounds of it, Clive might be tempted to get the new Tudor Black Bay 58. I think he seems quite impressed with that one.
Can you blame him?
Well, no, I got it.
Can you blame him? I think it's got huge potential.
I went, I reviewed it, and then while I was there, I bought it. Love the watch.
Wow. Is there a wait list? Did you have to be a VIP to get it? What's the story there?
No, you've got to be well in with your AD. I think there's going to be a wait list. I did notice earlier on when I was doing a live stream, somebody said that David SW has one in.
Wow, David SW has what in? Sorry.
The Tudor Black Bay 58 in blue. Apparently, David SW has one in.
Let's get that baby up on the screen because David SW, he is the greatest reseller of wristwatches in North America. Okay, he is it. So let's go and have a look. Tudor, let's have a look, guys. Let's take a look. Let's have a look what David SW has for us.
There it is to the left.
Wow, the new blue. Look at that. That is absolutely... You know what? I think that could be perfect because the standard Black Bay is far too tall. You know what I'm saying?
It's a beautiful watch. It is an absolute beautiful watch.
Is that acrylic crystal? What is this? Is that sapphire or acrylic?
No,
it looks like...
It's sapphire, but it's risen up. It gives a proper vintage vibe. It's a steel bezel. It's an absolutely stunning watch. It's the same blue as the Tudor Submariner.
I think I might have just fallen in love.
It's a beautiful watch.
And it's a lot thinner, isn't it? It's not as fat, thick. You know, the thickness, the height of it.
It's 39 mil, and the thickness will be. I'm guessing. I've not measured it, but I'm guessing it'll be about 12 mil thick. It's a beautiful watch.
It's gorgeous. Now, rooted rotor. I gotta say, just quickly for Meth there, one and done. That's all you need, man. Every man needs a Rolex, one and done, of course. Why not? See, this is the stupid thing. I don't know about if I've told you this. I'm actually becoming a minimalist.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of sense in that.
I am getting rid of. I've got furniture, crappy furniture in my house. If I can't use it, I'm going to give it away or get rid of it. My life has been a mess because I've had clutter. I'm too scared to throw things away because when I've been poor, I might need it. You know, it's just ridiculous. Rooted rotor, $2. AC selling my SD43 Sea Dweller 43 Mark II. Too big. 12.6. I don't know what to say.
I think big sizes are definitely going out. The smaller sizes are coming back. I think Tudor with this watch here, I've hit the nail on the head. What's 54.75 Aussie in US?
No, that is US.
Shit.
Well, they're going for a premium. What do you think?
Well, I got mine for 2,700.
Speaking of bargains, this is David SW. Just to show you, look at this. The market is very, very tricky at the moment. He's still got the 6006 at just under 22,575, just under 23,000 US. Look at that. That is a bargain. He's also got a 5196, 16.5. Now that is also very good buying for the white gold variant. Look, this is what happens in watches. It's supply and demand, sunshine. It's basic economics. Supply and demand. It's supply and demand, okay?
Well, I think you've just saved Clive about $5,000. I just saw in the comments. I just saw in the comments then Clive saying, "Now that you like it, you can't buy it."
I actually would buy one. That's how good it is.
It's a beautiful watch. I reviewed that watch on the 1st of July. My AD allowed me to go in, review it, and finished up buying it. But I can't pick it up until the second week in July because the watch that I've purchased is the demo model, which they're selling from. But they've got another couple coming in at the second week of July, so I can I wanted the watch that was stamped the 1st of July.
Wow.
But it's stunning.
Are you into numerology and numbers and that there? I don't know. You tell me.
Not particularly.
Not particularly.
It is just a beautiful watch. The sizing of it wears very much like a pre-ceramic Submariner. It's a 39 mil, but it wears more like a 40 mil.
Yeah. I think that was the big criticism I had of, I've owned the Black Bay, the standard one, a few times. It was always too big. I just felt, it was just, because it was 41 mils, I think, wasn't it? 41?
41 mil, and I think about nearly 15 millimeter thick.
It was far too, it just...
chunky monkey.
Like, I loved it, but I just couldn't live with it, It's sort of, that's why I got rid of it. That's why I got rid of it, which is rather sad, because it was a very delightful watch. It was extremely delightful, and it made me... I bought it back again. I had it, I sold it. The other one, which I find really interesting, is the Monte Carlo. You ever had a Monte Carlo?
No, I like the Monte Carlo. I do like. I've never had one, but I do like it.
Yeah, I think that is funky as sin. You know what I mean? It's just very, very, very cool, gorgeous sort of thing.
I think. Well, I was talking to Rich Buddy yesterday. I was on with Rich Buddy on a live stream, and they were talking about the Tudors, and they brought up the Tudor website. And there's still a lot of dogs. There's still a lot of dogs on the Tudor website. They still sell a lot of crap.
Oh, what about the Grand? I don't. They went into the Grand Tour. That's kind of an acquired taste. It's very thin. I thought some of them are okay, but some of them are a little bit. And also the Monarch. What do you think of the Monarch?
I'm not. It's only really the Black Bay line. I think the Black Bay line has basically saved Tudor's skin. I don't think the Pelagos gets the praise it deserves. I think the Pelagos is superb.
Here we go. Justin Carter, $5. A dress watch is thin, well made, and has 2 hands. Period. I got to tell you, Justin, you are 100% right. That's what it should be. 2 hands, maybe 3. Probably no date. That's what it should have.
Yeah.
He's right.
I wish I could get into dress watches. It's not something I can get into.
It depends on your lifestyle. What's your lifestyle like? It depends. Don't ever apologize for the truth. Don't ever feel bad.
It's active. I would say I have an active lifestyle. My work environment. I work primarily in an office, but where I work, I've got a workshop, so I'm in and out of a workshop a lot. So, I mean, today, prime example.
And you're driving the Mercedes. You drive the Mercedes Benz around because we love our Benzes.
Well, only on a weekend. I drive a Toyota Hilux for the week.
You don't want the punters. Don't want the staff to see the Mercedes.
But today, prime example. Today, I walked into my office today and I smashed, and I mean really smashed, my Submariner into the door frame.
Oh, I hate that. What? Doesn't that always... But you got to wear your watches.
Oh, I felt sick. I instantly looked at it and thought, shit, what have I done? But thankfully, there was no damage.
Exactly.
Is Mark due on tonight?
Oh, we're just chatting. I'm having a great time with you, man. I don't want anyone else on. I love just chatting with you.
Okay. I just see Clive in the chat, and I wasn't sure if he was coming on.
Who cares? Well, me and you are having a great time. He doesn't want to come on? Don't come on. He only comes on if the mug is rubbed. So the mug hasn't been rubbed. This is the rules of the genre.
I can soon fix that. I've got my phone here. I can soon find a YouTube video.
Forget that. I'm having a good time chatting with you. Now, tell me this. When you got the Tudor, what's the box like now? Is it the same as the...
I don't know. I haven't picked it up. I haven't picked it up. I can't pick it up until the second week in July. As soon as the AD gets another batch in, I can pick up mine, which is stamped the 1st of July. So then they've got... The only problem with mine is it is going to be handled by people from now until then. But, they sold me on that pretense of, that's the case. If you want this particular one, you've got to accept that people are going to touch it and fondle it. And I said, well, that's no problem. I'm going to wear it.
How do you mean fondle it? Well, what sort of fondling have we got there? Is it, I don't like too much fondling.
It's nothing too sexual. It's
not molesting. It's fondling.
No. It's still got its stickers on. It's still got its clothes on, so it's all right. Just on top of the clothes stuff.
Okay, that's okay.
But,
I got to tell you honestly, what did you feel about? What's the links like? Are they faux rivet links like the previous?
They are
faux rivets.
It is. I mean, basically, the easy way to think about the new Black Bay 58 Blue is it is in every way, shape, and form exactly the same as the previous one. It's just got a blue dial, blue bezel. It hasn't got the gill, and it hasn't got the red at the top where the pip is. Apart from that, it's exactly the same watch. So it does have it does have the riveted bracelet. I wish it's probably my only criticism of the watch. I wish Tudor either did away with the rivets or actually had the rivets serving a purpose. The fact that they're on there just for aesthetics, I'm not too keen on.
Oh, come on! It's like fake wind scoops on the Mercedes, the gold SL days, man. It's a fashion thing, man. Don't be so nasty-wasty.
No,
Jesus, you're a bit nasty.
It's my only criticism of the watch. My only criticism. But the blue is near perfect. The blue is far better than the blue Pelagos. The blue, I always think blue works far better on steel than it does on ceramic. And I think that's where Tudor gets it right.
Ah, got you.
You've gone quiet on the super chats, guys. Is there any more super chats?
What's going wrong here? I'm going to have to turn the show off if they don't come back.
Just reading some of the comments. So David SW's got that up at, how much was it? Sorry, 5,000?
Yeah, look, there's always a bit of a premium. You've got to understand, man, it's supply and demand. These are very hot watches. You can't, if you want one, you've got to pay a premium. I tell you what else is very good buying. I'd almost swing for the Tudor Black Bay GMT Pepsi. What do you think of the Pepsi? Is that not a beautiful piece?
I love the Pepsi. It's just the dimensions. Just the dimensions that and it's the same as what we said before. 15mm thick. It's just a little bit on the thick side, but I think when Tudor learn how to make that movement smaller, I think they'll move it into a smaller case. I think that would be the perfect watch. If they made the Tudor Pepsi in a smaller case, I think that would be the perfect watch, especially at that price point.
I totally agree with you. I think it's I do love the snowflake hands. And you know what? The Tudor Pepsi GMT's also got that curved glass. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Picture, David. He's got some great photography, David SW. It just shows you the curved glass. What do you think of snowflake hands? What's your view?
Oh, I love the snowflake.
That goes back to what's his name? Eddie Booth. Love thy neighbor. Remember Love Thy Neighbor?
I prefer the snowflake hands than I do the Mercedes hands.
Do you remember Love Thy Neighbor or not? It was a TV show. What?
What year?
Love thy neighbor. Da, 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 da. And the main character was Eddie Booth. Eddie Booth was a union official, and his next door neighbor was an up and coming Jamaican gentleman. He used to call, well, let's not mention, but the Jamaican guy used to call Eddie Booth Snowflake. Sorry, I just.
No, it'd be
you don't know your
time.
British sitcoms. Your British sitcoms, Gov.
What year are you talking about?
1975.
Yeah, that's 9 years before I was born.
Yeah, so what? You heard of repeats?
I like Steptoe and Son. Only Fools and Horses and things like that.
Well, that was even earlier. Steptoe and Son, that's 1972.
Mr. C has saved the day.
Yes, he has there. Mr. C, $1. $1. What do you think?
So what else has David SW got up for sale? What's there must
I
be
got to
something
tell you, I'm
that,
very surprised he hasn't sold that paddock. I mean, this is, I don't know what's going on, David. We've got to promote that. Maybe it's a little bit expensive for the audience there. I'll show you a bargain. Look at this, $28.75 for a Tudor Monte Carlo. It's a 2-reg chrono. Now, I don't know if you know this, but okay, this uses an ETA movement, right?
mm,
But the actual chronograph module that they put onto it to give you the chronograph, it's the same module they use that AP uses. It's a Drac Cross, I think, module. It's a special module they use. Don't quote me on that because I might be wrong, but it uses the same module. The chronograph module is the same module that AP uses on the Royal Oaks, the non-in-house ones. Okay.
if you go back a page and go to the chronograph that's to the left of it, that's the one that's the Breitling movement, I believe. I think has Archie dropped out?
Sorry about that. I just threw myself out. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button.
He's back.
I'm back. Yes. Sorry.
Super chat.
Sorry. Okay, here we go there. Clive Wrangler. The Wrangler. At least he's donating. Clive Watch Wrangler, $2. Hashtag horned lives don't matter. Thank you very, 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 very much. What a lovely sentiment there.
Yeah, so if you go back onto David SW, you'll see the Tudor chronograph that was next to the Monte Carlo. That's the one that's powered by the Breitling movement, I believe, isn't it? Because I think that's a beautiful watch. And bang per buck, I think it's an awesome watch.
Yes. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're exactly right. Let's just get the screen share. Just pressing the wrong buttons today there. Sorry about that, guys. So we're talking Tudors. We're talking bang per buck, because bang per buck is very important to us.
Yeah, 3275. That's the one. Yeah,
that's not a lot of money, and that is a. So this is you. Let's have a look here. The specs on it.
I think that's the Breitling movement.
That's the B01 movement in it, and
yep.
You know that's amazing buying. You know, column wheel. It's a column wheel chronograph. It's beautiful.
Because that's about what, £2,800, £2,800, I think.
It's not a lot of money, really, is it?
Not for what it is.
Now, would you rather get that or the new? See, this is the thing. The new Black Bay 58. You're paying a massive premium because it's so cool.
Well, I didn't pay. Obviously, with mine, I bought it retail. I will never, where possible, pay a premium. I just don't believe in paying a. I'm from Yorkshire. In the UK, over here, Yorkshire people, we are tight as ducks' arses. We won't pay premium.
I don't blame you. I don't believe in paying premiums either. Why would you?
It's why my love affair with Rolex is on and off. Sometimes I love Rolex, sometimes I hate Rolex. It just depends if I've got a good deal on it.
Depends if you're buying and selling. Depends if you're buying or selling.
I love it when I'm selling.
He's a bit of a flipper. He's a bit of a flip. No, that's okay. I completely get it, man. Money's tight. You've got to be very careful with your pennies. I tell you honestly, Showcase, this hobby is not for people. This is a very expensive hobby. Wristwatches for a normal average guy. This is very expensive territory.
Oh, and if anybody's watching this who is getting into watches for the first time, I think it's worth putting a disclaimer that this hobby, if you don't control it, can get you into serious trouble.
Oh, definitely.
If people are buying at the wrong end, if people are buying them at over retail and then trying to flip them to dealers and putting them on credit cards and things, they can end up getting themselves in a lot of debt if they're not careful.
Yes, you can. You should. I mean, you've got to use credit responsibly. Hashtag 5 years ago, me. This is just how it is. You've got to be very responsible. It's so easy. You get addicted to this stuff, don't you?
I saw that video. You did, actually. That was back when you and John Suckerhorn chopped up all your cards, wasn't it? You sorted out all your debt and you chopped up all your cards.
I've only got one credit card now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about even getting rid of that because credit cards are evil. They really look. Credit cards are, you know, it's convenient, but you've got to pay the piper. The piper needs to be paid. It's not free money. You know what I mean? Nothing in life is ever free.
The only time I'll ever take credit out is if it's 0%. If I'm buying something at retail and it's got 0% on it, I will take the 0%. And that's it. Having said that, I'm saying that I did put my I did put my Tudor Blue 58 on the credit card. But once I've got my 30 days on it, I'll pay it off, and then that way the money just stays in my account for 30 days.
You don't have a problem there. You use credit incredibly responsible. Okay, don't feel bad about that at all. You're very cool about this.
Well, it's mainly because my wife doesn't see the credit card statements, but she does see the bank statements. So if I buy a new watch, I've got to buy it on the credit card, so the wife doesn't know.
Do you have that sort of relationship? Can't you just get what you want and tell her honestly, honey, I want to...
Oh, no.
She get upset?
As far as my wife's concerned, my watch collection's worth about $5,000. As far as she's
concerned. Here we go. Kev Dulligan, $2. Haggle like a bitch if buying JLC from Minotaurs. Well, I got a certain price. If you want to pay it, you can. You don't want to pay it, don't worry. It doesn't really matter. I want to tell you something. You know what a collector's biggest fear is?
Yeah, price depreciation.
No, when he dies,
well, his wife sells it all at once.
sells it from what he told her it was worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very true. I mean, let's be honest there. We all. I've been a bit different there because I kind of. I've always been a bit of a trader. I've always said, I buy and sell, and I use that lie to cover my addiction. Okay, yeah. I love watches. The Pateks. Why do I need 5 Pateks? Really, you just crave it. You really crave it, and it's an expensive hobby.
I think me personally, I look at watches a bit like when you go to a tapas restaurant. You want a little bit of everything.
What does it say about me? What do you think? What does my collecting say?
Well, you just like a lot of tapas.
No, but all the Pateks. What do you think of the 5 identical Pateks or 6 identical Pateks now?
6 identical Pateks. It just means you're going to a tapas bar and you're ordering 6 of the same thing.
Okay. Do you think? What do you think of my idea? I bought the 6th one. I'm not to keep as a collection, but to sell it and buy a little sports car to give me some fun in life. Do you think that's wrong, or what do you think?
I think you're on this planet for a limited amount of time, and if you want something, get it. And if you can find a way of getting it, do it.
Well, I'm not. I really would like a Mercedes, but I think it's much more sensible for me to get the Mazda. The repair costs. That's what scares me with the Mercedes. The running costs can be pretty nasty. And our cars are so overpriced. Justin Carter, $5. Never use credit for anything but appreciable assets. Now, tell me this: wristwatches are appreciable? Well,
yes.
Sometimes you can. I've lost money on watches. You don't always win. Don't always think you win. It's not. It doesn't quite work out that way. If you're passing a window and you see a watch which you think is a cheap price, go get a coffee. Go to a local Starbucks, grab a coffee, look on Chrono24, look at some research, see what they send for on eBay. If that watch is the cheapest you can find, go back and put it on a credit card. Yeah. Particularly if you're traveling and you see a Pepsi, sometimes the ADs, they sell these at normal prices.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got something to ask. I don't know if you saw the video that another YouTuber did about. I won't mention the name because I don't know how your relationship is, but another YouTube did of the prices. Some watches sold at a GMT Pepsi sold for £28,000.
No, you can mention it. Just mention it. Who is it? Who are you talking about?
So it's on Paul Thorpe's channel.
Yeah, no, he's okay. Me and the geisha and me are made up. Me and the geisha are good friends. We're good geishas now. And he's okay. Paul Thorpe's okay. Honestly, look, there's nothing wrong with Paul Thorpe, okay?
Cool. Well, On Paul, because I follow Paul's channel and I watch his videos because I like his content. I think he's good. And I think he's very very good for
I'm
buyers.
just sick and tired of him telling me how honest he is. You know, that kind of, I get it, Paul. You're honest geezer. You're a good geezer. You're a good geezer, but you don't have to tell me every 20 seconds.
Well, he said that there was an auction over. I don't know if it's somewhere in Europe where there was a GMT Pepsi sold for. I think he said £28,000, and there was a GMT Batgirl sold for £24,000. Now, don't quote me on those prices; they might be wrong, but it was definitely in the 20s. It was 20-odd thousand pounds, and he thought he did put a disclaimer in his video saying this wasn't factual; it was just an opinion. That it could potentially be Rolex buying the watches back. I just wondered if you'd heard anything. I just wondered if you've seen anything.
I think he's nuts. I think he's out of his mind. I think he's out of his mind. Okay.
He did put a disclaimer, and he did say that it wasn't. It was a possibility.
I think he's out of his bloody mind. He's out.
But why else? But why else would the auction have sold them for that price?
Who knows? I don't think Rolex gives a damn. You know, they're so. You think Rolex is going to do petty crap like that? I don't think so. I don't think they honestly care. They have so many orders. The problem with Rolex is they're actually underpriced. All these rare models, like say the Panda, that should be a lot more. The problem is because Rolex is owned by a charitable trust, they can't just magically up the price. They've got to do it in a certain way. They can't just up the price. It's quite complicated procedure. That's the reason. That is honestly the reason. Okay, so it's here we go. Super chat. Andrew Hansen, £2. James, was your Batman retail? How much should I pay? Yes, you had a Batman, James.
Yeah, no, so it wasn't retail. I did pay the premium. I paid the Piper, and I paid £11,500. So I paid the Piper for that, but it was a watch I wanted. It was something I wanted.
You've still got that, haven't you?
Yeah. It's a discontinued model. It's a great model. When a Rolex is discontinued, and you can no longer buy it at retail, you don't mind paying an inflated price. You mind paying the inflated price when it's still on the shelf at retail. That's when you do mind. It's
not actually on the shelf. That's why you're paying it. It's not available on the shelf, And I got to be honest with you, as far as paying premiums go, when you consider the fact that you pay the premium, otherwise you've got to be a VIP, and they want you to buy all sorts of shit, you honestly are going to be so far worse off. I would rather just pay the premium and be done with it. Don't be too, don't be too stupid to say, oh, I want this or that. Just sometimes you're better off just to pay it, get it done, get what you really want, get the watch you really, really want. Don't in life, as you said there, life is too short to compromise. You've got to look. I know life is tough, okay? But in life, you've really got to get things that make you. How long are we here? Okay, let's be honest. How long are we here? 80 plus years, right? Let's say 80 years. 20. The first 20, we're kids. We're at school. We're not really earning much money. Yeah. Then from 20 until, so 80. So you say 20 to say 50, so it's 20 to say 70. 50 years is what you've really got to play with. Now, that's what you can control. Now, you've got to get a job, you've got to work, but that's all you've got to play with. And then, out of a 7-day week, you've got 5 days a week you have to work. So you've got 2 days of enjoyment. So you don't honestly have much time left. Do you understand, Showcase?
Yeah. No, I agree.
And what I'm saying is, some people, they crave these things, they never get them. And by the time they get them, it's just so sad. It's too late. You've got to. I've made a habit. I've been wearing my 6006. You might say I'm an idiot for wearing it because it's basically brand new. But you know what? I don't give a stuff. I just wear it because I love it. That's my watch. Do you understand?
The price only matters when you come to sell. And if you're never going to sell the watch, don't worry about it. if you're worried about what it's going to retail, you know what you can sell it for. As long as you're buying it for, I mean, £11,000 for a bat. Well, £11,500 over here for a Batman. Mine's a 2018 model. It's a mint example. 11,500 is slightly under what they're selling for here in the UK. I don't think it'll fall in price, and I think if I need to get out of it, I'll probably get out of it pretty much what I've got in it. If I have that watch in 10 years, it's going to be worth more. So yeah, I don't worry too much about it. What sticks in my throat is if you get something. Oh, sorry, I meant Batgirl. Oh yeah, can you recommend? Is it? Yeah. So sorry, there's a super chat just come up from Andrew Hansen.
Andrew Hansen, £2. Sorry, I meant Batgirl. Can you recommend a seller in the UK?
Yeah.
Well, you've got to go grey market. You can't go AD. They're not available.
So speak to Alan.
What do you think?
Speak to Alan over at the watch stop. Alan doesn't have a shop. Well, no, sorry, I think he does have a shop. I think he has units. I don't think he actually has a retail shop as such. But Alan, he'll deliver it to your door, and he'll just Google search the watch stop. He's heavily on the Rolex forums. He'll sort you out. That's where I got. Actually, no, sorry, I didn't get my Batgirl from there. I got my Batgirl from Bloom Bar Watches in the UK, and I paid. I think I paid 10.9 or 11 for that.
Interesting.
10.9, I think. But yeah, both beautiful.
Okay,
watches.
here we go. Stan the Man, $2. Rolex Yacht-Master II, first edition. Please pull it up. Okie dokie. Rolex Yacht-Master Yacht-Master II, first edition. Let's have a look. No, it's not brilliant. What the hell is he talking? So Yacht-Master II, let's just call up a Yacht-Master II and be done with this. Rolex Yacht-Master II. What's he saying? What's he saying? What's he saying? What do I think of it? I got to be totally honest with you. This is actually one of Rolex's most complicated watch because it's actually a it's got multiple. It's basically a very advanced chronograph. But who the hell wants to time yachting regattas? I don't even know. I mean, it's kind of a wanky kind of. It's kind of. I've never been a fan of it. I think it's been too chunky. I like the blue. I do love the blue, but it's never really been my cup of tea. That's not to say it's not a bad watch to have. It's got a lot of presence. It reminds me of a lot of the Breitling, the blingy Breitlings. You know, very very. How's your father sort of thing, you know, very in your face, you know.
I know two people locally to me who have that watch.
Yeah.
And they're both dicks.
Yeah.
And I think the watch suits the person.
The watch, mind you, the watch doesn't make the man. The man doesn't make the watch doesn't make the man. The man makes the watch, you know. And if you're gonna, it's like a Porsche. You're not going to be cool if you buy a Porsche. You can still be an absolute asshole, you know.
I just think that watch on somebody's wrist would say quite a lot about the person. And
look, I don't mind blingy things. I had a Breitling Navitimer years ago. It had.
Yeah, that's an icon. That's an icon. You know, the Navitimer's an icon.
Yeah, it was very blingy. You know, I kind of liked it. I did like it, but I got to tell you, in all honesty. I prefer. I'm getting older too. I'm not 40 anymore. I'm approaching 50. Okay, I'm coming up to 50. My tastes are much more conservative. You know.
I think that watch, that particular watch, is one that you can go to a lot of ADs, and that watch is in the window. Granted, it's a very expensive watch. I mean, that one there, is that the white gold model? I think.
No, that's steel. That's the steel.
Is that the steel?
That's the steel.
Because they do the yellow gold. Do they do a white gold?
They do a two-tone. They do a two-tone one. The two-tone. There we go. It's the two-tone. They do a solid gold one.
Yeah.
When they say platinum one, they're normally referring to the previous version, which had the platinum bezel.
Right. Yeah.
It didn't have the. Guys, we're going to wrap this show up. This was an hour show. I want to thank you, James, for coming on here. You are a true scholar and a gentleman. I've really enjoyed talking to you. It's been really fun. because I got to tell you, this hobby, it is, you got to have fun. You know, you don't have to own everything. I tell you what, I really would like to get myself. That Tudor is beautiful with the snowflake hands.
It's a
That
gorgeous
could be.
watch.
I must say, well done, James. James, well done. I think that was good buying. Okay.
Discount diver. And I'd just like to say to all the American folks, have a good 4th of July tomorrow.
Yes, have a very good 4th of July. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service. Just remember how many people have sacrificed their lives to make us free. And we criticize the countries a lot, but we got a lot of freedom in Australia. We got freedoms in the UK. We got freedom in America. You go to some countries, you know, they don't have governments and elections, free democratic elections, like we do. And it's very, that's one of the best things about
freedom costs lives. I think people need to remember that.
Yeah,
Freedom costs lives.
Yeah, it does. So I want to say thank you. Okay, Showcase, we're going to end it there. And,
yeah, I'll catch you all later.
I'm just gonna press the button. Just hang on there, Showcase, for a minute.